of Vi and Powder. The Firelights have been leading efforts to thwart Silco and rehabilitate addicts. At Singed's suggestions, Victor uses Shimmer to enable the Hex Core to modify his failing body. Vi returns to look for Jinx, but Marcus betrays Caitlin and Vi heads back to help her. Jinx takes this as Vi's preference for Caitlin over her and detonates a swarm of robotic insects on the bridge. The resulting explosion leaves Marcus dead and Caitlin wounded. Silco finds a heavily injured Jinx in the aftermath of the explosion and discovers she had managed to steal back the Hextech gemstone. After her testimony to the council fails to convince them that Silco is a threat, Vi abandons Caitlin and partners with Jace to take down Silco's Shimmer factories. Jace accidentally kills the child worker, and Caitlin gets kidnapped by Jinx. Silco, offered a peace treaty by Jace, laments, choosing between Son's freedom and Jinx to a statue of Vander. Jinx overhears him and assumes he's going to betray her. Vi eventually defeats Sevica, but is subsequently abducted by Jinx. She awakens restrained at a table, with Silco and Caitlin also tied up. Jinx gives Vi a pistol, telling her to choose between Caitlin and herself. Silco breaks free and almost shoots Vi before Jinx, in a manic fit, guns him down. Silco reaffirms his love for her before dying in her arms. Jinx finally accepts her new identity and acknowledges that she and Vi have diverged. Jinx weaponizes the Hextech gemstone into a rocket launcher and fires at the Piltover Council chamber right as it approves Jace's proposal to grant Zaun its independence. Now, I did find a few fun facts, but none of them were all that interesting, so I think we can skip to the checklist and the verdicts.
Quick question. I think we are going to need to patch this episode together because it just started the current recording less than 3 minutes ago.
Oh, Lord.
I think it reconnected quickly enough that we missed very little, but I'm using my hotspot. Let me just double check quick. Yeah, I'm using my hotspot. And even with the hotspot, it's just, oh my gosh.
Do we want to try? Do we want to keep going, or do we want to just wait until next week?
All we have to do is patch 2 files together so far.
I'm asking group consensus.
I don't care. We're this close to the end. If we can patch it all together and make it seem like it's good, let's keep going.
All right, we'll keep going.
We're down to the wire here. Yeah. It would be a disappointment to everybody we got this far and we didn't finish it.
All right, well, we'll just keep going.
It is interesting, though, that in the... Well, I'll wait. I'll save it till we get there.
All right, so our checklist. We got our core tenets, dystopian future, alternate present. While it's not explicitly stated that it's either the future or an alternate present, yes. Present implants or cyberware, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mega corporate villains with no morals. It depends on how you classify Silco and the Council. I, for one, am saying yes.
I agree.
Wide class difference. Yes, definitely.
Big time.
Society on the verge of breakdown or outright revolution? Yes.
Yes.
Ecological or environmental damage to the extreme? Yes. Look at Zaun.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberspace? No.
Yes.
Yes. What's the cyberspace? I was thinking back and I couldn't remember a single cyberspace.
I only saw the first two episodes.
Oh, yeah, I never did. You know what? Come think of it. No, I did not see them anytime use any type of technology that would have. Well,
there
I guess
were no
not.
computers. There was no.
How did they make all the equipment that was being used that was so technologically advanced? Because I'm sorry, you're not going to make all the circuitry that's going to work it without some type of cyber help.
Mm-hmm.
So I assumed there had to be computers of some type.
There might have been robots. It's explained further in depth.
But again, that is
lore.
Cyber technology.
Yeah. But that is not.
And actually, there was a robot because remember, the one gentleman, the one counselor, he had a robot aide.
Yeah. But again, not necessarily cyberspace.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberspace is more referring to internet.
Yeah.
Gritty? Oh, hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Sci-fi tropes. We got artificial intelligence. I don't believe so.
No.
Big Brother is watching you. Technically, with Silco, you could kind of argue it, but...
Yeah, he kind of was Big Brother.
High-tech...
in the underworld.
Yeah. High-tech society, yes. Postmodern deconstruction, I'm going to say yeah.
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 Big time.
Transhumanism. Yeah, Victor with the Hex Tech is a prime example of this. Neo-noir or tech-noir style, we got a no. Drugs and alcohol, yes.
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 My verdict, yeah, it's cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I thought totally this was probably the one thing we've reviewed that I found to be completely cyberpunk.
Barry, I know you haven't seen it. What's your verdict?
Well,
I should say I know you haven't seen it in its entirety.
The two episodes I've seen did have quite a cyberpunk feel to it, and having actually played League of Legends before, I think the gameplay doesn't really have much of a cyberpunk feel, but that's the gameplay specifically. The series, definitely a cyberpunk feel to it.
All right. Graham?
I do feel in cyberpunk, we have done. Sorry, we have done a lot in the way of cyberpunk, and the things I've seen in the show, especially the technology, is reminiscent of cyberpunk, as well as the class difference. And other factors.
Alright.
Alright. So I am locking it in at this moment as cyberpunk.
Alright.
Now that will be rediscussed in January.
Mm-hmm.
And, we might have more to say on it then. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys feel it is cyberpunk or it isn't cyberpunk, go ahead and leave a comment in that comment section below or in the chat if you're watching this live.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen it, sorry to interrupt, Lucas, but if you haven't seen it, folks, go see this. It's on Netflix. The animation itself is just absolutely incredibly well done.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline is top notch. Netflix, I'm sorry, I don't have a good feeling for Netflix a lot of times when they do things, but this, they went out and actually spent some money and did a great job on.
Yeah, they did. 100%. Anyway, as Barry likes to say, red is bad, blue is good. So
Mm-hmm.
make the subscribe button not red if you're watching this on YouTube, and turn that like button blue or whatever other color it turns. You'll find
Maybe
out
it
by
changed
clicking that like
color.
button.
Yeah, maybe they changed the color the like button turns. Since the last time, since we recorded this, by the time you're watching it, I mean, we're recording this in May of 22. It is in May of 22 for you right now. It's been that long since we've seen what color the like button turns based on what we're going with. Maybe they changed it. I don't know.
You can leave a dislike on the video if you really want to. We're not going to see it.
They
And no one
may
else is going to.
re-enable it one day, but if it makes you feel better, have at it.
So, Barry, where can we find you?
If you want more of me, you can find me at KHZHJK on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. If you search Google for that and your safe search is turned off, that's your problem because I'm also on several other websites that have questionable content. If you find me on Twitter, most of what I like and retweet is safe for work, but not everything. And my pinned tweet is definitely linking to not safe for work content. My schedule is on my Twitch channel, and that's when I'm planning on being involved with other people's Twitch channels. Like Zareft is in the stream watching this, which I do stuff with him usually most weekdays and Wednesday nights when everyone else can get their schedule together. Wednesday nights are scary games. Wednesday night 6 p.m. Central. Or Monday through Thursday at noon Central, we're either doing WoW or Black Desert or Guild Wars 2 or I don't know, maybe some Clue or something. Either way, we're doing stuff all the time, and if you want to catch any of that stuff, I got scheduled on my Twitch channel, and I'm hosting all the various channels where these things are happening, and also some of my friends are being hosted on Twitch too. But aside from that, I guess that's about it for me. Who's next?
Before I get on to all the stuff for this podcast, we had a couple people that couldn't make it tonight that do various things. First being Randy. He has the Unearthly Podcast where he talks about all things Doctor Who. That's on Tuesday nights at 10-ish p.m. Central Time. Go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he plays games on Wednesday nights with Mad Matt. So check that out too.
Yeah.
And then we have Mathadar, who is not Matt, or is not Mad Matt, but is also Matt. And you can find him on S&M Game Dungeon or S&M GD. One of those is YouTube, one of those is Twitch. He does a lot of different videos. As for this podcast, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch by searching Gen Cyberpunk Pod. If you're watching this live, you already knew that. Our YouTube channel is Generation Cyberpunk. You can find that by searching Generation Cyberpunk Podcast. If you want to hear more from our group, check out the Thanks for Nothing podcast on the FML Productions YouTube channel. We do various D&D campaigns on that channel and are in the process of making an anime. If you want to donate, part again because my tongue got kind of tripped up there. If you want to donate, we have a coffee link in the description of our Thanks for Nothing podcast or on the screen. Donations are welcome, but by no means necessary.
And we're planning on starting to stream our Sunday night podcast. Not trying to jinx it, but it is in the works.
We'll put it this way. Barry's not streaming the Sunday night podcast.
I could. I have the Twitch key, the stream key.
I know you do. Next week, we're going to cover the 2011 movie In Time, starring Justin Timberlake. Also, stay tuned, because we might have some more thoughts in like a extra video coming out. I know there were some people that really wanted to give their input on this and just couldn't make it for whatever reason, so we'll see if we can get those thoughts out and onto our YouTube channel. But yeah, until then, we will see you later, Cyberpunks.
Ciao.